Okay. Oh, just one of those days, huh? Okay. So our first interval is going to be a lean back. If you really want to hold a weight, you can, but we're just going to lean. And I want you to lean slowly. So as you exhale, you'll lean back and you can count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in your head. And then with your inhale, just come straight up quickly. Okay, so the lengthening part is going to be slow. So go ahead and start. Lean back and then come up. And just go back as far as you have control with your exhale. And then come up with your inhale. And we're doing 90 seconds. So we're really working these muscles to fatigue. Right, and that slow eccentric contraction. So as we're lengthening, we're using that muscle. Helps recruit more motor units in the muscle and actually helps us get stronger more efficiently when we move slowly. So really draw out the length of that exhale. We have 30 seconds left. And working to fatigue is the signal to those muscles like, oh, I need to get stronger. I can feel my leans are getting smaller. Okay, we have 5 seconds. We'll probably do one more. And we're done with that one. Go ahead and come up to standing and shake that out a little bit. And I'll show you our second move. So it's a pyramid pose. You just stand with your right leg forward and your left leg back. And make sure your feet are on railroad tracks so you're stable here. And we're just going to do a lean forward and then come back. And the lean forward, as we're lengthening this hamstring, is our slow part. You can have your hands at your hips, hands at your heart. You could bring your arms out to the side to add a little load, or reach your arms straight forward to add more load. So go ahead and set yourself up. Your heels are on the floor. Slow lean forward for that 10 count exhale. And then come straight up. And you can play with your arm position. Slow lean forward. You can think about pushing into that right big toe ball mound, lengthening that right hip back as you lean forward. Ground through your back heel. And think of those slow exhales. If you want to add more load for the last 30 seconds, you could change the position of your arms. Really feel the strength through that hamstring. And slow, long exhales. I'll probably do one more. And then release. Shake that out and we'll just go straight into the other side. So left foot forward, right foot back. Hands on your hips, your heart, out in a cactus. Slow lean forward and then come on up. Ground through both feet. And if you need a little bend in that front knee, that's totally fine. Right, we're recruiting these hamstring fibers as we're lengthening. So lower down slowly with control. So don't be in a hurry to get down, right? Let the lowering down take your whole 10 count breath. And change your arm position for the last 30 seconds. Push into your left big toe ball mound. Draw that left outer hip back, lengthen through your sternum. Ground through your right heel. And just think slower is stronger. And then go ahead and come on up. And shake that out, and we'll do an upper body move this time. So what we'll do is we'll do a downward facing dog, and you can shorten your stance a little shorter than normal and find some external rotation in your shoulders. So you might point your fingers back, and you can experiment with hand placement as we go. And we're doing a push-up from here. So you'll just bend your elbows and drop your head toward the floor, and then straighten out your elbows and push yourself back up. And go slow. So the slow is the lower. And then you'll just inhale as you push yourself back up. You can make this a little less intense if you put your hands on blocks or on the seat of a chair. But go ahead and start slowly lowering. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to come back up. And it doesn't matter how low you lower, just that you're taking that full 10 count exhale to lower to your lowest part. And you're not in a hurry to get to the bottom. Just using that slow movement. This one seems really long to me. We're at 36 seconds left. And slow lower. And then push away. And see if you can make sure you've got equal effort on both arms. 3 seconds. Yay, we're done. And bring your knees to the floor. And shake out your arms. Circle out your neck. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch your shoulders a little. And we've got another lower body one. So step your left foot forward into a low lunge. And just find a comfortable place for that right knee. Push your right shin with all of your might into your mat, right foot into your mat, as you lower down. So you're really resisting the floor, and then you'll just kind of rebound back up. So your exhale is this long lower, pushing with all your might into the floor. And so go ahead and start. Push into the floor as you lengthen, and then come on up. So it's a little easier, but still focus on that long exhale and recruiting all those muscles as you lengthen. Really push your shin into the floor as you lower. And you may get surprisingly tired through that leg, through your hip flexor. And slow, long exhales. Another beautiful thing about the long exhale is that it really is a signal to your nervous system to calm down. Got 5 more seconds. So maybe one long exhale and then an inhale. And just switch sides. So step your right foot forward. Find that low lunge. Push your left shin down. Lower, deepen into your lunge, and then just back out. Really pushing that back shin and foot down as you kind of bend deeper into that right knee. And then come on up. So the effort is in that back leg. Really recruiting your hip flexors as they lengthen and you lower. So resist that shin into the floor. And then as you rebound, you can kind of relax. We've got 8 seconds left. Really push that left shin down. And then we're done. Come up to a high lunge with your right foot forward. And now we kind of worked the front of our hip. Now we're going to work on our glute. So with that right knee bent, we're just going to slowly hinge forward and push into the heel to come back up. And you can have your arms wherever you want them. So arms in a cactus or arms overhead will be more load and will make it a little more intense. So have your hands where you want them, and we'll lean and then come back up. Ground into that right heel. And push into your left big toe ball mound. And hands at my hips are enough for me. Enough load. But you'll feel right around that sitting bone, right around your ischial tuberosity. There, you'll feel those glutes. That slow lean. And come on up. Shaking is fine. We've got 25 seconds. And 10 more seconds. We'll probably fit in one more. Slow lean. And come on up. And then just step forward. You can shake it out. Maybe circle out your hips. And get ready for that on the other side. So left foot forward, right foot back, high lunge. Hands wherever you want to find those slow 10 count lower. And inhale back up. Slow to hinge forward. So as you hinge forward, keep pushing into that right big toe ball mound. Staying committed to the bend in your left knee. Ground down through your left heel. And you can feel that connection from your left heel to your left glute. Long exhale. And then inhale. And just keep going. And our theme for today, slower is stronger. You probably can fit in 2 more. And slow, lower. And then step out of that. Shake it out. And now we're going to do one that will really target our QL, our quadratus lumborum, so the side of our lower back. So grab a rolled up blanket or a couch pillow. You could even take a block and kind of wrap it with a smaller blanket. It might take you a second or two to kind of figure out what feels good. But we want this lifting our hip. And then you'll stagger your feet about mat distance apart. And your top leg is going to go back. So I'm starting with my right leg on top. And you can imagine you've got a wall here. You could even do this against the wall or a couch and really push your feet there. And what we'll do is we'll lay down slowly and then come back up. So you can use a hand on the floor to help you with your lower down, or you can keep your hands at your heart. Okay, slowly lower and then come back up. So find a good place for this prop under your hip that gives you enough height. So if you need to grab more than one blanket, grab more than one blanket, and feel free to use your hand as much as you need to. And we're just going to do 1 minute on each side for this one. So go ahead and lower slowly. Really push through that right foot or your top foot. And then come on up. Exhale to lower slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really thankful we're only doing this for a minute. Go on down. Really push that right foot away from you. Lower slowly. And you can use this bottom hand. And then come on up. We're going to switch sides. So you can just roll over onto your other hip, or you can switch where your blanket is. Top leg goes back and your feet are about hip distance apart. Really flex through that bottom foot. And then you can use your bottom arm as much as you need to. And we'll go ahead and go for 1 minute. Slow, lower, and then come on up. And really having the height under your hip helps. So make sure it's kind of more under your hip than just on your waist. Got energy going through that left foot. And we're just lifting up through our side. Using that bottom arm as a kickstand support as much as you need to. And we're done. Just find yourself in a seat. And find some circles there. Bring your hands to your knees. We're over time today, but let's get in one more. And then we'll do some stretching. Had crazy, didn't turn my microphone on. Anyway, it was kind of crazy today. So this is another one we'll just do for 1 minute on each side. And find yourself in like a Janushirshasana shape. But one leg out and then one shin in front of you. And we'll rock onto the shin and then slowly, 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 slowly come back down to sit. And then rock up onto your shin. Slowly, slowly, slowly come back down to sit. So that's the plan for 1 minute. Inhale up. And then slow as you exhale, back down to sit. And then inhale up. So feel all the support through your core. We did a lot of lower body. So your legs quiver if that's what they need to do. So inhale to rock up. Slow and control to come down. 10 more seconds. That's probably your last one. And then just switch sides. Bring your other heel in, your other leg out. And as you inhale, you'll rock forward onto your shin. Exhale, slow, slow, slow. As slow as you possibly can to come back down. And then inhale to rock up. And just feel that support through your core, through all the muscles of that leg as you come down. Now, if you get to a point, I should have said this on the first, you could have a block to make the floor closer if it's hard to control it the whole way down. You could have a block under your bum so you don't have to control the descent all the way to the floor. Last one. And lower down. Lengthen both legs and find some circles here. Just one direction and then the other. And we'll make our way onto our backs. Go ahead and lay down. And just hug both of your knees into your chest. You can rock from side to side. And then drop your knees to your right. Let your arms go out to a T to your left. And then through center. And just to the other side. Legs to the left, look to your right. And back through center. Ground your left foot on the floor, lengthen your right foot up toward the ceiling. You can grab your strap if you have it and put it around your ball of your foot. You just hold on to the back of your leg or reach maybe peace fingers toward your big toe. Notice the natural curves of your spine. And just let yourself stretch through the back of that right leg. Maybe lengthen your left leg away from you. And remember those long exhales. So now we're not efforting through the exhale. Just let yourself lengthen. My leg is still shaky and quivery. And then just bend through that right knee and lengthen your left leg up. And find a place to hold your leg, maybe behind, maybe with your strap, maybe peace fingers to your big toe. Respect your low back curve here. And still allow yourself to have those long 10 count exhales. And then release that. You can find a happy baby pose or just hug your knees into your chest. Find anything that will just kind of finish off. You might want to come up and do some more seated stretches or just lay in a shavasana. Take 5 to 10 breaths in stillness. With that super long exhale. You can even find that slight constriction in the back of your throat so you can really hear your exhale. side. Get yourself ready to enter into your day. Sorry about the sound and all the craziness today and that we went over time, but I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember that sometimes slower is stronger. Namaste.